If you struggle with a poor self-image or low self-esteem, the person with the biggest influence on how you see yourself, it's not your parents or your spouse or your boss. It's not even the bully that picked on you growing up. Believe it or not, it's you. Zig Ziglar said the greatest single cause of a poor self-image is the absence of unconditional love. Now, a lot of us didn't grow up with unconditional love. And so as adults, we look to build our worth by chasing accomplishments and the approval of others. But unfortunately, that doesn't fix anything. Because now your worth is tied to performance. And, your performance can be great one day and way off the next. So why am I talking about this? What does this have to do with business? Everything, really. Because nothing limits your success faster and more powerfully than having a poor self-image. So this morning, I'm getting ready to go for my morning run, and I open the door and I notice that it's raining out just a little bit, and it's a little colder than I thought it was going to be. The second I heard the rain, I came up with 19 good excuses not to go. And honestly, a few of them sounded pretty good. But I laced up, I grabbed the dog's leash, and away I went. Now, I didn't have to go because I'm not training for anything. There's no real accountability in my life if I skip it. And in the grand scheme of things, it probably doesn't really make that big of a difference. So who's going to know? Who's going to care? Me. And that's where this matters, because when I don't follow through, I'm not just skipping a run. I'm telling myself something. I'm telling myself I can't count on me. And when it gets hard and when it gets uncomfortable, I quit. I don't do what I say I'm going to do. And that's where I'm damaging my self-esteem. Now, I did the run, and honestly, I can't say there was that much difference from not doing the run on the outside, right? There's no applause. Nobody noticed. The health impact is probably negligible in the big picture, but inside is where the difference really happens, because I've created something a whole lot more valuable than a commitment kept. I've created evidence for myself. Evidence that I do what I say I'm going to do. Proof that when things get hard, I don't let myself off the hook. And here's the important part. It's not anything that you can feel happening, right? Your self-image doesn't jump from one level to the next, up or down, because of one moment. It moves quietly in the background. But over time, it does show up. When you don't follow through on your commitments you've made to yourself, here's how it shows up. You back away from challenges. You play it safe all the time. You second guess every decision you make. Or you say things like, well, that level of success is for other people, not me. Maybe you don't say that out loud, but that's the way you think. Now, when you do follow through on your little commitments, you step into challenges, even though there's a little bit of fear. You trust yourself that you can figure things out, and you go after what you really want. And you start seeing other successful people as peers, not as threats. So here's the question. What are you giving yourself a pass on right now?